Oh, hello there. Welcome in. It's good to see you again. Or maybe this is the first time. Who knows? But nonetheless, allow me to welcome you to the Beat Lab. Or Factory. I can't remember which one I was running with. Welcome in. If you guys are here and watching this, that means that you've probably downloaded the template from my Discord server for Ableton. And if you don't know what any of that means, then that means you probably also don't know who I am. So hello, my name is CJ, but I do have a template available in my Discord server for those who are subscribed to me over on Twitch. All the links to this will be down in the description. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can follow all those links, and you can get in the know, and then you'll know, and you won't be confused anymore. Anyways, in my Discord server here, I have a subscribers channel down here, and if you are a subscriber, you can go down and you can pick up my template for, well, not for free, for one subscription on my Twitch channel. And on top of that, I also have some music goodies. There's a spicy drum and bass pack that I dropped in there. I am going to be putting out like a pack a month kind of thing. This is all just going to be for fun. This isn't going to be one of those advertisements of like, if you want to be a good producer, go get my pack, because that's not going to be the case. You could download this template, you could download this sample pack that I have here, and your music could still sound like crap, just like mine does. Anyways, I wanted to show a little bit how to use this. I talked about this on stream, and there are some people who were kind of confused at what in the hell I was even talking about. So what I have done here, well, actually I haven't really done anything yet, but I do have a set open on Ableton here. I pre-built something just so I don't have to edit as much. I have a piano here. Now what people were confused on is the biggest benefit that this template has. One of the biggest benefits is the MIDI triggered sidechaining for this. So the way that this is routed is I have a trigger channel here that is muted. Obviously, we don't need the sound for it, and it's linked to the sidechain channel. Now everything in this, everything except for the drums and the vocals runs directly to this sidechaining channel that has a compressor that is linked and set up to compress and compression sidechain as soon as and as often as the trigger is, well, triggered. So it's pretty simple. It's not really that complex, but I think the routing of it is where people were getting kind of confused when I was talking about it on stream. So if you download the template, you don't have to route anything. It's already routed in there. But if you'll notice, I have these sample channels that are routed directly to sidechain. I have my synth channels. In this case, I'm using Serum 2. That is routed directly to sidechain. And the bass that is routed directly to sidechain, and so on and so forth. But the drums here are routed to the main. So here on the master channel, we have a utility here. Now all that this is really doing is this is monoing the bass, everything from 80 hertz and below. It just cleans it up, in my opinion. Then there's a basic limiter on here, and this is just a utility, a plugin I use that sends the audio to OBS so that I can record it and stream it. What you're also going to get here in this is a vocal processing setup. Very, very basic, but it will make your vocals sound nice and crisp. Don't believe me? Well, I'll show you. This is what your vocals could sound like with this template. I have all the processing set up so it gets the bulk of things. This is a starter, an intro into vocal processing, if you will. It starts with some compression, and then a rack that has some saturation and a basic EQ, and then some other goodies that come into here, some other compression and stuff. Now, normally on mine, I would have some reverb, I would have some delay on there, but I decided to take that off because, well, you can do some of the work, you know? No, I think everybody does their reverb and delay a little bit differently. So I figured it was probably best to just get the difficult stuff out of the way, you know, the compression and EQ at a basic level that will kind of help people's sound come through nicely. Throw that on there, slap that on there, and then you can get the reverb and delay. You can dial that in for whatever song it is that you're going for. So that way, it doesn't sound exactly the same every single time. And this is going to vary depending on the microphone and room treatment and stuff that you have while you're tracking. We have some backtracking vocals on here too, and is what I've done. I put a vocal depth on here, so this kind of gives it a stereo effect. So those backtracking vocals give a little bit more depth hence putting vocal depth on there. And these are all stock plugins from Ableton that I've used as well. So if you guys download this template, you don't have to worry about purchasing third-party plugins. So let's jump into the bulk of this now. So what I have here, I have a little piano, a dusty piano here, that I've compressed this and limited it just so it's not blowing people's eardrums out. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. Pretty simple. And then what ends up happening after that is I have this little serum thing that I did here. It's just, I did this in about 5 minutes. Okay, I just wanted to get something laid down so I could show how this works. So don't judge me if it's not the best thing you've ever heard. Just adds a little something, you know? So here's what you can do with it. We bring in some drums here, and this is gonna create some more mud, you'll notice. The point that I'm getting at with all of this, you have some sound here, some mud. This is just throwing some simple sound in here. You'll notice there's nothing down here on my trigger track for side chaining. So we're going to do that. And all you need to do is you double click on this trigger channel. It's already preset, which makes it really easy because you're just gonna take the kick, typically, the exact kick that you're using on there, drag that into the sampler, and then you are really just gonna play it. You're gonna map the MIDI out to match your kick drum. It's pretty simple. And that's basically how you're gonna do your side chaining. All right, now we have this MIDI pattern here. So next I'm just gonna duplicate that. So now we have this side chaining trigger pattern that runs throughout here. Then I'm gonna come in here and you're really just gonna adjust the compressor to get the side chaining effect that you want. So just from listening to that, I'm gonna guess about 2.75 on the ratio, set the threshold to about 0.75, like a quick attack, and then we'll set the release to like maybe 90, like a little bit slower release. Now, what really matters the most to me when I'm doing my sidechaining compression here is when the bass comes in, because I don't want to have phasing issues with my kicks and my low ends. So this helps with that quite a bit, and I'll show you something else that comes into play. On all of these groupings, I have some EQs that are dropped in here that rolls off the low ends, so you even more so increase your likelihood of avoiding phasing issues. On the sample group, on the synthesizing group, both of these have some EQs that are rolling off of those low ends. But that's what comes with this template. Now let's hear what this all sounds like. We piece this all together with less than 20 minutes of recording, throw it with a beat half-ass thrown together, what you could get this to sound like rather quickly. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent. There's a couple of adjustments that I would probably make. Simple things like just turning this synth down, maybe like 3 decibels. And I think I might throw a little EQ action on this guy here. Just to soften it up a little bit. I always recommend mixing and mastering as you go, cleaning things up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing to my Twitch. I'll see you guys when I'm live. I'm probably live right now. Have a good one. Sleep tight, work hard, whatever it is that you do, all that cringe outro stuff. Goodbye. I love you.